Hey folks, Larry from Achieving Reality, the podcast. Have you been trying to figure out what subscription box to sign up for? If you're a movie buff, then I've got what you need, baby! Horror Pack! For just $19.99 each month, you'll get 3 DVDs and an exclusive. Or you can spend $24.99 and snag 3 Blu-rays and an exclusive each month. Just go to horrorpack.com and pick your plan. Now, you've been told what to do, so go do it. horrorpack.com.
Record levels. We should always check the record levels. I wish I had a better way of checking record levels yesterday. But then again, I had a leaf blower going on at the same time, so.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
And that's why Ethridge doesn't do guerrilla filmmaking.
I mean, I did my time.
Trying to get him to do more of it, but he's always afraid that we're going to get in trouble. A cop even pulled in yesterday, but they were like, "Oh, look at those morons."
Right.
Well, you know, it goes through all that trouble to get everything planned and ready and get everybody to show up,
Sure.
and then you get run off the set.
Yeah, it is. It's a little more dangerous now too, right? Like that's the problem.
And they're a little more aware of it too, because every numbnut in the Tri-County region has a YouTube channel.
That's right.
So yeah, the people are a little more savvy, want money for you standing in their parking lot.
Well, that's because this is Atlanta.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if you did it,
if
you did it in Podunk, Mississippi, no one's going to fucking care.
We didn't have high-level filmmakers like Ethridge here, inspiring everybody to charge location fees.
Put a high level in quotes, shall we?
Well, you are. We're looking up to you, right?
Can't even get a place in Morrisville anymore because we used them all up.
We did that.
All right, everybody, it's time for another amazing episode of Achieving Reality, the podcast. This week, we bring you the greatest filmmaker to ever walk, friend of the show, director of extraordinary films, Chris Ethridge. He's been on this show 4 times as of this episode, and when he gets the 5th one, we're going to give him a really nice satin jacket that says 5 years on it, or 5 episodes on it. Or 5 times. Something 5. 5 something. I don't know. 5 poop emojis. Who knows? So sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode with the greatest director ever, Chris Ethridge. We'll see you at the end. Bye.
Actually, Thursday, how Facebook tells you, gives you your memories and whatnot. 9 years ago Thursday, we were on the set of Morningside Monster.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, 9 years ago? Yeah, no, that makes it 12, 13. You're right, because we were shooting the pickups, right? Because we did the first batch in December 2012.
There's a picture of Mike Stanley.
Yeah, right on.
Wow.
I just talked to him the other day.
How's he doing?
Good. Very good. Yeah, he's got something I can't talk about. It's pretty big if he gets it. Oh. It's very cool.
Were you talking to him about something else you can't talk about?
No, I was talking about something that we will talk about today, but then he's got something else.
I follow Prolgo on Facebook, his acting classes.
Uh-huh.
And it's really funny because every once in a while, something will just pop up, and I'm like, I know that guy.
Yeah, right. No, he just showed up. Was watching Jerry and Marge Go Large.
Oh yeah.
And he just has a little a 1 scene role near the end, but it's fantastic. He just pops up and does his Prolgo thing. It's so great.
What?
I'm waiting for you.
Why?
This is all teaser stuff.
Oh.
The actual intro is your deal.
Yeah. Oh, you sure?
I'm probably going to use this pad today.
we have 3 product reviews.
Okay, well I'll use it then.
Oh, okay.
Hey Chris. Hey.
Hey Chris.
Hey.
Hey Marisa.
Hey Marisa.
Hey everyone.
Hey.
She's over here on my side of the table.
She's almost behind.
Almost behind the music.
Almost behind the listener.
So how's it been going, Ethridge?
Good. How you guys doing?
Pretty good.
First.
Well, I mean, we've had him on before.
Every episode could be somebody's first episode.
This is the 3rd time, yeah? I think it is.
It is, yeah.
Fourth, because we did the Renegade as well.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One more. I got the 5 Timers Club.
You'll be the first person in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Scott Davis didn't make it to 5 times, so
No, well,
I barely made it to 5 times. So,
but every time Scott comes on, he loses a limb.
so yeah.
So he just was like, you know what, guys?
Only had 4.
No.
I'm gonna retire. Yeah.
I mean, we made him lose a pinky toe, and we made.
It just happened to be on our set, it wasn't our fault.
So what have you been up to lately?
So much.
All right, well, let's start with the small and go to the big.
All right, so
you're doing
let's see.
2 floors?
I am doing flooring at my house. I've been installing hardwood floors. That was yesterday. That was a big long day yesterday.
So
Let's
go.
So okay, right on. So let's see. So what I've been up to. So
other than flooring,
a lot of things.
We start with the wrap up on Haven's End. That's the last thing we're talking about.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah. So it came out. It came out.
What came out?
So
I have a copy.
yeah, no, we went out through Osiris Entertainment in Mill Creek. Picked it up from Osiris. So we got a Walmart distribution, and they dropped it on Election Day 2020. And no one bought it. People had other things on their mind.
I bought it.
Well, okay, I appreciate that. Yeah, it did not do super great because
He's a little backhanded, isn't he?
I went to in Atlanta. I went to 8 different WalMarts, and it only went on the shelves in 2 of them. And several of them I found the tag, and they never put it out.
They sold out.
That's not what happened. No,
When I went to ours here, they only had 2 or 3 copies.
Oh yeah, each store probably got 4 or 5, maybe 4. That's not a big deal, but like my local one in Tucker, they had the tag, and I asked about it. I'm like, yeah, where is this? And she's like, oh, it's in the back. They send a different person to come stock them, and I went back every day for the week, and they never put it out, and I could never that person was never there when I went.
Yeah, because she's lying to you.
Yeah, right, exactly. So, I mean, some companies do. Like, there's a company called Alliance that actually does. Like, I know they do it with Best Buy. Like, Best Buy has a company called Alliance come in and do that. So it's not surprising that Walmart has the same thing. But the problem is, like they're just being lazy, right? Like they're just not putting stuff out.
Walmart,
especially on that week because that week was so crazy in the world, So so basically, I suspect it didn't get out in a lot of stores, put out at all, and there's just percentage returns. And then on top of that, it didn't do great. We did pretty well on Tubi and Amazon Prime, which is where it is now. If you want to watch it, it's free on Tubi or Amazon Prime. So Amazon
now you have your homework.
Amazon Prime, no commercials, we get paid less. Tubi commercials, we get paid more. Just saying. So yeah, those are your 2 options. I don't really care which one. I just want you to watch it. I really don't care about the money. But yeah, it was really nice to see reviews. We had a PR company for about a month, and we did. They set up a bunch of different reviews and interviews and things like that. So that was all fun.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
they never contacted us.
Yeah, nobody wants to contact us. They're always afraid that when they do, I'm going to be the one that answers. Oh, can we talk to the other guy?
Can we talk to Marisa?
Yeah. Can we talk to Marisa, please?
You got to cultivate that personality, right?
Exactly. I didn't really have much cultivating to do.
Fair.
It just kind of
happened. All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
Right on.
Well, the more difficulties they have with you, the more interesting you seem.
Yeah.
So then they're forced to talk to you. I did send you a picture when I had found a copy of Morningside at Target.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's very cool.
So it did make it on the shelves there.
Yeah. Which is weird.
You should have just taken a folding table and chair and just set up next to where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So the sign says "Meet the Filmmaker."
Right. Yeah. Watch Target. The Target cops throw me out. Yeah. No.
The sign says "Meet the Filmmaker." Just sit there.
I think that was my take on that. Was a bunch of those discs got sold to liquidation, and I suspect probably like somebody put together a bunch of liquidation like packages of discs to sell to Target. Because I've got 600 copies of Morningside in my basement. So if you guys need a copy of Morningside on DVD, you let me know.
No, I have 2.
I figured. Yeah. I figured you both.
I've got
have.
a Blu-ray.
I do too.
All right,
I have one on DVD and one on Blu-ray.
There you go.
My DVD's signed.
But
So
if anybody else wants
here.
them, just talk to these guys.
But
We'll get it worked out.
No, the Havens Inn showed back up over at Horror Pack, did
Huh? No. That might happen. We'll see. It hadn't happened yet. But we'll see. I would love to do the Blu-ray for Horror Pack, but right now it's the rights are kind of locked up. So
Well, if they show back up and just sign them and put them in Horror Pack as an exclusive, and there you go.
So we'll see. I would love to do that. That would be
Get
great.
Diego to sign him. You're like, what?
Right.
Take it to the next day of the day and just have anybody sign them.
We do get that occasionally. Like, hey, who signed this? And I have to be like, oh, well, it's they're just kind of illegible. Sorry, illegible is the word.
Let me see it. Oh, that's Kane Hodder.
Yeah, right. But no, that's good stuff. But yeah, well, hopefully we'll get to do that at some point, but not right now. We did just do the one that just came out, that just got delivered. The June pack was Dead by Midnight. Tony Reams, the first one. They just released a sequel, but the first one we got didn't do. They did a Kickstarter Blu-ray or something. I'm not sure, but we did the Blu-ray and got 4 of the 5 filmmakers involved with that to sign.
Oh, that's very
So
nice.
that was, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
So
See the quality you're missing out if you don't sign up for Horror Pack,
all right,
Which I announce before every single show.
which we need to redo.
which we appreciate you guys for that.
Yeah.
No, we just
Though I'm not a member anymore.
Yeah.
we just need to redo the commercials.
Yeah, our prices went up too in a little bit.
Have it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
not much.
Shipping
but just,
alone.
Yeah,
I mean,
shipping's a
Lord.
big driver there.
Yeah.
Well, our shipping fees haven't gone up. We're just adding a service charge now. Convenience fee. Or
You can tell me what they are later.
Fuel
I'll-
surcharge.
I'll redo it.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah,
Because if you tell me now, I'm not going to remember.
no worries. Yeah.
I can tell us how to feed a wild rabbit.
Oh, well, that's good.
How to feed a wild rabbit?
Yeah.
Who am I feeding it to?
I don't know. Her?
Hopefully.
The raccoon was back day before yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, you're going to refer to them appropriately as a trash panda. Thank you.
That's true.
He's not a trash panda. He's a cat burglar.
Yeah.
He actually
He's that
climbs the gutter next to my apartment, goes up to the apartment above me, and rummages through their balcony.
Nice.
He stares over the edge to see if I'm
Animals
looking.
are smart, man.
Yeah, smarter than we give him credit
Yeah.
for. So, what's on the agenda now?
So, during COVID, I did a movie called...
The last time we saw you was right before
Yeah, it was
lockdown.
Oh, right, because we were all at Women in Horror, yeah,
Yeah.
which is the last big thing, yeah.
Did you make it to the last?
I did.
Make it to the last one?
Yeah.
That's right, 'cause you
Because now
just-
it's called Renegades,
you-
right? Renegades
Yeah.
Film
Yeah.
Festival, yeah.
Yeah, because they told me you had just left when I showed up.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
had just left. Scott Bradley had just started a Q&A. Kay had left to go get food.
Yeah.
I think Stacy had just left too.
Kay went to the pie shop. I guarantee it. She kept going to that pie shop over and over again.
No, I found her. She was
Oh,
actually
okay, yeah.
down. She was just a block down.
I think about where the pie shop is.
I mean, yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
about a block down. So what's going on?
Right. So I did this film called The Transformations of the Dr. Jenkins.
Oh, yeah.
Which-
that sounds very familiar.
Yeah.
I feel like I might have had a part in that.
Right. And and so did we talk about this?
No.
because we hadn't done it yet. Okay, yeah. So have you talked about it at all?
No, I don't say anything.
Okay, so
No,
yeah,
it's
so this
not D&D.
is great then. This is great. So the
D&DA.
so a lot of people when lockdown happened and people were stuck in their house, a lot of filmmakers started being like, "Oh, what can I do in my house?" Right? And so
Clean was the answer.
first you started seeing so there's this thing called what is it called? Exquisite corpse films. Where you make it like you take an existing film, different filmmakers make a scene of each one. And,
Oh, yeah.
and-
I did
and
that with Stacy.
right, yeah,
Yeah.
like what Star Wars,
Yeah,
Back to the Future,
Back to the Future
Back to the
2.
Future, yeah, okay, yeah. And then the room was done. I know a bunch of filmmakers did the room over at the same. I don't really enjoy that. I
You
in
don't want
general,
to remake somebody else.
yeah. Well, it's not. I don't even. That's not even that. It's just. I just don't like watching them.
No.
When they're done, it's like it's really weird.
It's the
and
hard-
it's,
it was
it's the hard
it was-
watch,
and
'cause
and
it's
it's an hour and a
very
half or
weird.
2 hours
Yeah.
of really
And it's-
weird. You know,
and it's
I just
jarring.
don't. I don't enjoy them. So that's my personal opinion.
I like
I have no judgment at all.
I like
about
watching the
people who-
individuals.
Yeah, sure, yeah, right.
But to watch it all together is jarring. It's like
So
we went from puppets to Lego to
yeah. So
to a 17-inch tall Jason riding what was it, an Ecto 1 or something
right,
like that.
that sounds about right. But a friend of mine, Michael Epstein, messaged me and a bunch of other filmmakers that I know at the same time. Said, "Hey, we're doing this thing. I can't tell you what it is. Just you got to trust me. I'm gonna ask you to do a scene in a movie. Just one scene. Shoot it in your basement. Here's the rules. You know, can't go anywhere. Can't use what you have in your house. You know, safe.
Yeah.
Is all that." I said to myself when I was looking, I was like, "There's no way he's doing an Exquisite Corpse movie. There's no way. I know how he feels about them. We've had this conversation. I don't know what he's up to, but I'm in because it's him, and because like I gotta know. Like I'm so curious at this point. I gotta know." So he sends me a script for
Me.
scene 11 of
Scene 11.
the transformations of Dr. Jenkins, and the script is incomprehensible. You've seen it. It's incomprehensible. It has two characters. One of them it has the same name, Dr. Jenkins, and it's just line Dr. Jenkins, line Dr. Jenkins, line Dr. Jenkins. So you have to decide, like, you have to create 2 Dr. Jenkins' characters and decide who says what line. And so it's just incomprehensible.
It's like trying to read House of Leaves. It's ridiculous.
Right.
It's like Sudoku.
Yeah, basically.
It's wild. So, but then there's a third character. It was Bob, right? Bob. Does that sound right? The disembodied voice. I think it's Bob.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
So
I think it was Bob.
So just
a disembodied voice.
Yeah.
And apparently I make a great disembodied voice.
Yes, you do.
Oh,
yes, you do.
Every week.
So I went and shot
a little bit of practice.
a little bit. So I went and shot in my basement, and I played both Dr. Jenkins's, and I don't
Jenkins Eye.
Jenkins Eye. Yeah, I like that Jenkins Eye. We'll call it that.
You at least change shirts in between Jenkins, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of them did I have a sport coat or something?
Yeah,
I had
because you had 2 different looks.
Yeah, and I slicked back my hair and stuff, and put the glasses on for one of them. Yeah, I just I just did what I was like. What can I do to make this?
It was very Jekyll and Hyde. Or Clark Kenting.
Clark Kenting. Yeah, right, exactly. But I shot the film. I shot it all by myself, which is wild, by the way. I just set the camera up and just kept moving around, just a lot of coverage. And that's why I was like, if I do enough coverage, I can probably edit somewhere. And then of course I called there and he was like, hey, I need a voice, and you've got a good voice.
Well, I gotta. So I'm doing a thing.
Yeah,
I can't tell you about it, but here's the script, and I need you to be Bob, or the disembodied voice. I was like, yeah, okay, sure, that sounds like fun.
Maybe that's what we should start doing. I can't tell you what we're doing, but can you be there?
Well, I couldn't tell him what we were doing because I didn't know.
Yeah.
It's not like I was being like, I'm just very big secret. And there's a reason for this, by the way. So they
That was amazing.
I'm Tibetan now.
Apparently. A hell of a water bottle you got there.
It is a very large water bottle, and that's not a euphemism.
No, or is it?
And it's in tune too.
It is. It was strange.
Yeah,
and then what I had to say was pretty strange.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So when it's all together, does it come together?
Right. So then they finally, like, months and months later, like, hey, let you watch this thing. And what they did, like, I don't want to spoil it. It's on Tubi, by the way. It's the only place you can see it is on Tubi. They didn't, like, it's not a movie that's ever going to get picked up by a distributor. It's not a movie that's ever going to, like, it played festivals, a couple festivals.
Really?
Yeah, Yeah, it premiere at
Oh, that's right. I remember you sending me a note. It's like, hey, we're at this. It's at this festival. It's like, oh wow.
Yeah, I think it definitely played John Blast. I think it might have played one other one. Sick and Wrong. It played Sick and Wrong, but that's because of the Sick and Wrong Festival, which is now the Bizarroland Film Festival.
Oh, really?
They changed their name. Yeah. It's on Tubi. It's what it ultimately ends up being is a look at. It's kind of makes fun of Exquisite Corpse films a little bit, not too much, but B, it's a really interesting look at how different filmmakers tackle the same material. Because what ended up happening, I guess I'm spoiling it at this point, but
not really.
Everyone made the same movie. Everyone got the same script. It wasn't we got scene 11 and somebody else got scene 10. It was and part of the joke is why.
Everyone got scene 11.
Everyone got scene 11. Yeah. And there's part of the story is why, and that's I won't ruin that for you, but it's really neat to watch that, to like watch, like something like 20 different filmmakers, the same scene, and they split it up with like you're not watching 20 in a row.
Yeah,
like they split it up with fun movie stuff that's actually a story to some degree, like a ridiculous story, but it's all ridiculous. So the whole thing is ridiculous, but it's really neat because some people did animation and stop motion, and and then. Some people just one single shot, Some people did, like it's just kind of really interesting to see how everyone interpreted it, and so that's what the value of that movie is to if you really just want to like watch a bunch of different filmmakers interpret the same material, the same incomprehensible material, I might add, and
it was a weird one.
But the craziest thing is I didn't know that when I first put on the movie, turn on, and it starts with my scene, starts with our scene
right away.
Yeah, and I'm like.
You
but I had seen 11. like, what's going on? And so that's where
you didn't get clued into.
No, and we had a little filmmaker Q&A, which is like a little Zoom discussion after, and someone said, so hey, how did you decide what order to order all the films? And they're like, well, we just kind of felt it out. The only thing we knew for sure was that Chris was going first. And I'm like, and I literally on a Zoom, I just bust out, and I'm like, why? And because I was horrified that I was going, and what they said was actually very nice. They said yours was the one that actually felt like it might be a real movie. It wasn't like an art approach. It was more very much my sort of mode of operation, if you will, is right. Is I have a very mainstream sensibility, and I try and make low budget indie stuff feel as much like a theatrical movie as it possibly can. That is literally what I've kind of spent my career doing, and I guess I did okay because they felt that way too. They felt like it was the one that did that.
Yeah.
So that was cool. That was very nice. I took that as a very nice compliment. Actually,
heck, I take it as a compliment.
So
that's what you said. Talk about why. It's like when we're doing things like that, like 48 Hour or something, where they're showing a bunch of films. I would prefer to go first.
Yeah. It's either first or last, right?
No, I don't want to go last.
No? Okay.
Because you go last.
He wants to be first so he can sit there, watch his movie, and then leave.
That's fair.
Well, no, I like...
Okay, well, I want that.
I like going first because then it's like you're not being compared to everything that came before you.
That's true. But everything's being compared to you.
Everything's being compared to me, that's fine. But
that's interesting.
And if you're last and you're not the showstopper,
that's fair.
Disappointed, and everybody wants to leave by the end of it anyway. So
you
don't really want to.
If you do think you are the showstopper, though, you want to go last. Like if you think you've got it in the bag, right? Like that's
you don't want to be the thing that's keeping these people from going home.
That's totally fair. And all those 48-hour screens are like that, right? You're like, where am I in the because if you're in the middle, it's easy to forget. By the time you get 10 shorts in, like it's really easy for me to go, what's that one on the fourth one or So you're right. Like it is good. It is good to be at the front or at the end because you're going to be remembered more.
Which one was this one? Which one was this?
Yeah,
I'm trying to vote
we've all had that experience.
Usually the person sitting next to me is you. So, and you're like, shh, because I'm over there making comments and being snarky through the whole thing, and it's like, why aren't you clapping? That was good. No, actually, it sucked.
Opinions.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give everybody a fair shake, because I just went through it. They just went through it.
And it was the last one I did. The people that showed right after or right before us were behind us.
No.
And I was like, wow, that was crap.
Yeah.
And he's like, sitting in front of us. I went, and?
Yeah.
So I never sit behind Larry when we go.
No, fair, yeah.
So the transformation of Dr. Jenkins.
Yeah.
Then
on
what?
Tubi.
On Tubi. Now what?
So then I didn't do much last year filmmaking wise until the end of the year, and I went and shot in December. Went and shot a short called Moonlight Sonata with Scissors. I had to do some reshoots on that in January. It is almost done. I had some personal stuff come up, and also taxes, which for me, my taxes are like I've multiple LLCs, and it's a nightmare. It's a multi-month nightmare for me. Yeah. And of course, I have a day job, so I still, all this stuff happens in my off hours. And when other things come in and fill up my off hours, it's sort of
it's pushed to the right side.
So and I basically had a narrative problem with it that I was trying to solve, and I think I've got that solved now. But it just a lot of things pushed it back, so I'm a lot behind. I'm way behind. Let's not sugarcoat this. But I'm trying to get that done. And hopefully in the next few days, I'll have it cut over to audio. For post audio people.
Maybe you never put out
this date. I've never said anything about it on. Yeah, that's true.
So,
that's true.
Yeah,
but I know. But it's still. You got a responsibility.
He's behind his own.
Yeah, right. You got a responsibility to some degree. You have a responsibility to yourself. You have a responsibility to the people who came out and worked with you. You want to get it done. And this is an 8-minute short. This is not like a feature where we expect to see it in 3 years or whatever.
It's like Angus Scrimm told us that Days of Dead. He's like, it was supposed to be out this month, but they took it back to make the effects more special.
Yeah.
Yeah, he literally said it that way, too.
That's hilarious. Have you guys seen the whole thing about Stranger Things, where they split it in 2 parts this season, right?
Yeah, I did.
Are you not watching? Oh, okay. Well,
I haven't watched it at all. So
okay, so
I've watched the first season. I just haven't jumped back in.
Well, so this season, they split it into 2 parts. 7 episodes and 2 episodes.
I will say, though, it does look amazing.
It's incredible. The last 2 episodes were 90 minutes and 2.5 hours. So 4 hours.
Holy shit.
Just in 2. So they split it. But the reason they did it was not because they intended to. The reason they did it was not because they intended to split it. Is because the VFX wasn't going to be done by the first date.
Really?
So they split it so they could have time to finish. And to be fair, there's a crap ton of VFX. So it's not surprising.
Monster
Yeah.
that's in this? Because I follow a lot of makeup there.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
He looks great.
This is
Vecna looks
supposed to be like
fantastic.
Vecna or something?
Vecna, yeah, he's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Um,
So cool.
Yes, very much so.
And he spent hours in the chair.
Sure.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then on
I
top of
guess
that, they
hours.
digitally, on top of that, they enhanced it as well. So, but what's hilarious is it came out. The last 2 episodes came out on midnight, or I guess 3 a.m. here, right? But midnight Pacific
Whatever
on
Midnight Pacific is.
on Thursday night or Friday morning, and they have been uploading new versions every few hours with updated effects because they're still not not quite
I saw
done.
That's
I saw an
crazy.
article about that.
Yeah,
They said
and
that
it's like
secretly-
that's how things are. They just keep updating the files as they finish more effects. And I saw one effect that, like when I watched it on Friday night, I saw one effect that very clearly was not done, and I'm like, I'm gonna go back and check that one in a few days and see if they've got it. So
That's nuts.
yeah,
Or it could be just incredibly genius promotion.
right.
Wow, this thing's got like 5 billion hits.
I mean, that's a good point. Yeah, you should go back and see it again with the finished effects. Okay.
Wow, look how this has really been trending.
Right.
But
Yeah.
They got 100 million views already.
They just now put, or I think it's the 19th. They're putting out Zack Snyder's Justice League on digital.
The VOD. Yeah, because it was an HBO Max exclusive. HBO Max paid for it.
Yeah.
That's. I mean,
But they're just now putting it out. They're doing it on the 19th, which is the day before Comic-Con,
Oh, duh.
and they're not going to be at Comic-Con.
well, yeah, no, I mean they're done with Zack Snyder. Well, they've also got a what's his name problem, the Flash guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Ezra.
They got an Ezra Miller problem.
With
They,
his child porn or whatever
I think
it
they're.
was.
I don't think it's quite that.
No,
It's pretty bad.
No,
like
but
it's not.
it's a lot of-
grooming.
It's grooming. Yeah,
Grooming.
it's grooming. Yeah,
I knew it was one of those.
yeah.
Yeah, Ezra, sit the fuck down. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they're. I mean, plus they got bought, right? So they're totally reorganizing everything again.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably just like they don't even want to deal with the media this year. Like they're just
Probably
we're just gonna.
Well, they're stuck on what to do with the Flash movie now. They
Yeah,
spent
right.
They
They got
spent all
a
that
big
money, and
problem.
people are.
Grab the guy from the CW and just...
That's what
I know, right?
That's what a lot of people
like
said.
Grant Gustin is fantastic.
A lot of
Yeah.
people
Use him.
He's got a built-in fan base. People love him.
Yeah.
He's very good at it.
Honestly,
And-
I
and
thought...
it's a
he-
multiverse thing, so freaking
Exactly.
yeah. Like it,
And the
the
two of
problem they
them,
had-
I kind of liked him better.
They'd have to they'd have to
He's
reshoot not only the movie. They wouldn't have to reshoot the movie once. They had to
Yeah.
do it twice because Ezra Miller's playing 2 characters.
oh, is it going somebody else too?
Yeah, he's playing himself and another Flash.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah.
So they had to shoot both sides of every scene.
I mean, I might just try to go for some facial replacement.
That's
personally.
what I saw that in the comments
like,
too.
Seems
It's
like
just-
that's the
just
right
digitally
move to
replace his
me.
face, you know?
But yeah,
I'm
whatever.
like, well, if you're gonna go that road, it could be anybody. You can have Michael Keaton play him for that matter.
Sure.
Then you have 3.
Have you guys seen this speecher software that lets they use it for
They use it for
Obi-Wan
Top Gun.
Obi-Wan Kenobi?
They use it for Top Gun for what? Val Kilmer scenes.
Oh,
he had
Yeah, because he
lost his
got
voice.
this thing. Yeah.
so they used it to. That's fantastic.
They
That's
went
amazing.
and took a bunch of stuff from his previous movies.
Oh, right,
and
and jumped it
and-
into Respeecher.
yeah.
Yeah. And then Obi-Wan, of course, Hayden Christensen's saying the lines.
Yeah.
And it's coming out as James Earl Jones.
Oh,
And-
that's
Which
funny.
is and it's weird.
It's super weird, and also deep fakes are about to get even more deep faker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Deep fake
Yeah,
ears.
deep fake ear. I don't know.
That's a word now, everybody.
Oh,
That's
and-
right.
And for those guys out there who do the
We're all
deep fakes, some of these things are amazing, but stop using Jim Carrey. Find somebody else. I'm trying to see Jim Carrey in everything. Although that Shining, have you
The
seen
Shining one is perfect.
Jim Carrey
I actually
in
have
Shining?
not watched that.
It would
I'll have to take
honestly, if they did a reshoot of The Shining, the original, shot for shot, with Jim as Jack, I think it would be amazing.
Well, the thing is, when they do the deep fake, I mean, it's still Jack Nicholson's performance, but you slap Jim Carrey's face on it, and it suddenly becomes a Jim Carrey performance.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I would see Jim Carrey doing it.
Yeah.
And that's
Interesting.
But it's still Jack
That
Nicholson's
makes sense.
performance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, he would do it as close to Jack's performance anyways. If you said, okay, we want to do this almost exactly like he did it, but you be you. He'd be like, oh, no, I got you.
They rebuilt all those sets for Dr. Sleep.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Which I haven't seen yet. I really want to.
it's really
I've
good.
heard it's phenomenal.
it's really good.
No offense, Charles.
Director's cut, even better.
That's the one I
yeah,
got.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that. I got that on the Blu-rays and on my shelf where I haven't watched it either.
You trying to use the Force?
Yeah. No, because I'm thinking when I sit in front of the television, the shelf above the television is sitting right there on top of The Shining, on top of Death Wish 4.
Oh, there's a mix for you. So,
right.
Anything else going on?
Right. So that one's coming. Yes. So now we can talk about. What's that?
Didn't finish talking about the short.
Oh yeah. Well, so, I mean, there's not much to say. Like, so it's, I do want to throw some things out there. So it's built. It's based on a short story by Darrow Grizzle, a local writer. Really, he has a short story collection called "I Didn't Mean to Start a Murder Cult," which is fantastic, and you should all go read it.
We actually told you how to start a cult last week.
Oh, no, fair enough.
Yeah, we did. We literally did.
Well,
so now you can start a murder cult. Everybody.
yeah, that's fair.
No. We told him how to start a Star Trek cult. It was different.
Totally different. No, it's a good short story, but it's a collection, and there's a story in there called Moonlight and Nautilus Scissors, and I kind of I read it like a couple years ago, and I really just sparked to it, and it just kept rattling around my brain. And one day I'm like, I'm going to write this today. I'm going to write this today. So I wrote it in probably like 2 hours. I wrote the script because again, it's only 8 or 9 pages. And then I called Darryl. I was like, hey, can I option this from you? And he's like, yeah. So and then I sat there while I dealt with some other stuff for a while, and then finally got around to shooting it. And
who was that?
It's me.
It's a fancy notification.
It's actually Weather Channel.
No, it's not that fancy.
I felt like it was a gong and someone was entering.
Exactly.
Right? Like,
Hello.
Right. So
when I get rich, I want to have somebody precede me so they
gong you in.
Yes, they can.
Well, alrighty then.
So you got that.
And you optioned the script.
it.
Yeah. And then we went and shot it a little while later. No, it's good. It's a fun little. So it's a story. It's a crime thriller oriented thing, but then a bit of genre madness comes into it, and I decided, as I was editing it and playing with it, I was like, I should just do a bunch more of these and do an anthology of where the theme is crime stories of some sort that then have a twist into genre, either horror or sci-fi or whatever, right?
A little bit of genre bending.
Yeah, and I was like, that's a cool idea. I'm gonna do that. So I started working on it. I reached out to a couple people. I was like, hey, do you want to write something? I got some ideas, and then I was like, oh yeah, as soon as I can get time to finish this, I'm gonna I'll jump into the next one and just do one of these every half a year or something or whatever.
So it's a series, not as a.
Well, I would do I would do 4 or 5, and then do a wraparound story and put it.
Okay.
But I could send them off to festivals as I go, and then do a wraparound story and packages and anthology.
That's a good idea.
That would be the thing. I still will probably do that, but some other stuff came up, and so what came up.
So 6 years from now, horror
right,
pack exclusive.
Yeah, seriously, right? Right. If Blu-ray still exists 6 years from now, we'll see.
Digital horror pack exclusive.
Digital horror packs. Yes.
Yeah.
Save on shipping. So I was going to do all that, and then Kevin Smith showed up. And Kevin Smith has a movie coming out in 2 weeks called Kilroy Was Here, which is a anthology, horror comedy anthology built around this character Kilroy, who is not a mask.
Is that the logo?
Yeah. So it's based on
great.
So Kilroy is a killer based on this 1940s, the first quote unquote meme, right? That was on the side of naval ships and things like that. So he turned him. He was public domain. No one owned him, so Kevin Smith turned him into a killer. And I think the gimmick is that children who are mistreated or abused call upon Kilroy, and Kilroy comes and kills the adults that have been mistreating them.
No.
I think that's the thing. I haven't seen much of the movie yet because it's not out yet. But
I saw a thing about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He released a trailer though.
Yeah, trailer's out, and here's the thing: he's releasing it very limitedly, and I'm about to use a term that's going to make people clench, and I apologize, but I'm just reporting the news here.
Remember, we're an explicit.
Yeah. No, he was releasing it as an NFT. So
that's why I heard about it.
That's right. So the only way you can get the movie is you buy the NFT, and it comes with the movie, like a watchable version.
Yeah,
of the
they're
movie.
doing that with a Corvette right now.
You can only drive the Corvette if you have the NFT.
You can only own the
it's
Corvette
ownership.
if you
Oh,
buy
right.
the
That's
NFT.
so that's where NFTs are valuable.
Like
it's
only
not
one.
Like the kind of the joke about NFTs is, you just bought a picture that you can download and watch right there. It's not that. It's ownership. Like it's proof of ownership. And in this case, you have to have that proof of ownership to actually pull the movie up and watch it on the site. So it's really just new distribution, and it would be interesting to see how that plays out. But the thing that he's doing that's really interesting is you do get your little picture with the different details for each picture is different, right?
Right.
But you get the rights to use that character, that version of the character, in your own short if you want to.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool.
That is very cool. And then what's going to happen is next year he's going to take the best shorts, write a wraparound, and do a sequel with other filmmakers doing the shorts, and then he wrote the wraparound.
Oh, very cool.
So I saw that and said, I basically said, Kevin Smith and horror, I've been training for this my entire life, you know? And so I started digging into what you had to do to buy it. And it's actually a little complicated because it's, you have to do the whole...
Yeah, you got to go through, I think, don't you have to do through not Bitcoin, but that kind of idea?
Yes, you have to do it
like
through
a
crypto. It's not, it's called Secrets, SCRT, but it's all the same stuff, right? Yeah. You have to have a certain type of crypto. You have to join a certain group. So I did that, and I become involved in that particular organization a little bit. And then he went and did and they threw. There was a big conference a couple 3 weeks ago in Austin, and Kevin was the guest speaker, and so I flew out to Austin to go attend, and went and saw him speak and show one of the shorts. So I got an idea of, but it wasn't the most. Like, Kilroy wasn't very active in this short. It was he was in it, of course, but not until the end. It wasn't quite the same as some of the other ones, I think. And got to hear him talk about it and everything. So that was a lot of fun. And then so now my next thing is going to be, this movie comes out in 2 weeks, and then I'm going to watch it a few times, and then Stacy and other people in my who I make films with, we're gonna get together and put something together and go shoot it, hopefully in August. The idea being that we'll, try and make it as good as possible, and hopefully...
Can you set
your thing,
anyway. Is my thing, right?
Can you set the whole thing around Harper's RV?
Can I set the whole thing around Harper's RV? Harper's doing a box truck. He's not doing an RV. He bought a box truck, and he's building out the inside of the box truck.
Well, once it's done, it's an RV.
I guess technically you're correct. It won't be done by the time we're shooting. I don't think. I think he's aiming for a fall.
I can get on Facebook. Tell him to hurry.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'd like to watch that happen.
I would too.
Yeah. Particularly interested in Harper's reply.
No.
We're talking about Michael Harper, who
Ethridge has a movie to shoot. Damn it.
Who wrote Haven's End, who's produced almost everything I've done, and is now starting the next phase of his life by building a box truck and traveling the country with his wife.
And there you have it. The most stupendous and amazing show Achieving Reality has ever done. Done and done. I mean, come on. I hope you learned a lot from the amazing director and writer and floor installer, Chris Ethridge. He's an amazing man. Now I need to go find a satin jacket for him. But there you go. Greatest thing we've ever done. So, for Chris in parentheses, Chris Ethridge, and everyone else involved in the show, I'm Larry saying, go watch Haven's End and anything else that Chris Ethridge has done. See ya!
We literally did.
Hey there, listeners. Larry here. If this is your first time listening, then hey, how's it going? If you're listening with a friend or just kind of ran into us, I can help you find us some more. You can find us by searching on Spotify or Podbean by typing in Achieving Reality in the search bar, or you can go on Facebook and type in Achieving Reality and find us that way. Thanks a whole lot and keep enjoying the show. We love you all.
We're not getting any water come up through the ground, especially with all the rain.
Is it like a portal to the upside down?
No, that's the bedroom.
Okay. Cool.
No, but so yeah.
Fascinating.
So